Hello? I find it always so awkward to start talking. Anyway, what's this? What did I click on? No. Gonna play and start a new game. So this is a game that I bought years ago. I think one of my first games I ever bought on Steam. And my laptop at the time couldn't play it. So it has been in my library for, well, 6 years or something at least. So now today we're gonna play it. I've played a couple of levels to see what the controls were like, and sound levels should be alright. Mic should be better now because I was a derp and I had my mic always behind my keyboard, so it was very far away from my mouth. Now I have it in front of the keyboard and everything should be a lot better. So yeah, let's just start and let's see.
Once upon a time. That's how these things usually start, yes? A sister took pity on her brilliant, prolific, and incredible brother. She had somehow gotten it in her head that he might be lonely, or at least that's what she claims. And so, on a perfectly fine, productive Friday afternoon, the sister picked up her son from the Elwood Academy and well, let's see here. If I configure the trans-dimensional velocity regulator at approximately 0.887 microseconds past the... Oh, you're here? I have the most...
Let me just check the sounds for a bit.
...show you this visit. Unfortunately, I'm a...
This, and then we mute. Are the sounds good? Or not? Oh, you just mute my own stream in the background apparently. Okay, let's just continue, and if somebody can't hear it, then I will probably hear about it.
indisposed at the moment.
Okay, so just, okay, yeah, I can walk around. Still looks pretty pretty.
If you take your luggage into the foyer, I will join you as soon as I can.
Still looks relatively pretty for a game that is 5, 6 years old.
Oh, you confounded machine.
Huh, and that's physics.
Ugh. What was that?
Huh. Oh, great. I guess we...
Oh, good. There should be a safety release for the door up there somewhere.
Okay, so we gotta
Where on
press
earth did
that
I
button.
put that?
Pick up this book, and we can just do... Oh boy.
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten. You're not particularly tall, are you? You should be able to use your luggage to give you an extra boost. Wait a minute.
Oh, okay, so we're just gonna...
Isn't quite right.
I was thinking too difficult about it, you know, like you have to do all these weird things later on, I believe. Yeah, just go through the door. There you go.
Oh, no, 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 no! Ah!
Okay, everything alright? Jesus.
Wait,
Spooky.
what just happened? I'm not entirely sure where I am right now. The security uplink on my watch still seems to work, so I can see you and... Hello? You can hear me, right? Jump around a bit if you can. Ah! It seems as if I can still tap into the intercom system. Well, I most certainly can do better than this. Testing, 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 testing!
There. Ha.
Much better. Now, what in the world are you doing here? Were you supposed to be here today? No matter. Well, judging from the current underwhelming amount of light in this room, we're still on backup power. My head is killing me. It seems as though I now possess a rather large epidural hematoma. A bump on the head. Do me and yourself a favor and head to the front hall. There's a way to restart the power grid.
Okay, will do.
Last I remember, I was in the new technology sector, and then... I don't know. I do think the failsafe was tripped accidentally. Unfortunately, the front door will remain in lockdown until you can restore the power. If you head over to my office over on the left, you should be able to restart the manor's power grid.
Huh, interesting.
Throw that switch there. It should be the one.
Which one? This one? Okay.
Well, that wasn't as effective as I'd hoped. You'll have to reactivate the generators in each sector in order to lift the current lockdown. Just take the glove in the box with you. I wish you could see my facial expression right now, as I am not pleased. What you are holding is an early prototype of the interdimensional shift device, or IDS device for short. It's one piece of my latest invention that should come in handy. Get it? You know, because it's a glove.
Hilarious. Okay, so here we go. Up the stairs? Okay, so we can't go there yet. So we're gonna go...
If you can access the generator at the back of each wing, we might be able to lift the lockdown on the rest of the house. It seems as if the breaker did unlock the blue wing. Well, I suppose you should start there first.
Any secrets? I guess these are just wings or something, like the level select menu. Oh, this looks familiar. Okay, here we go.
There's something I must tell you. My latest invention has required me to make a few adjustments to the house since the last time you barged in. Now, one of the topics that our family has been studying for several generations are rifts existing between various dimensions. I've been able to develop a power source that will channel enough energy into one of these dimensional rifts that it can be widened enough to travel through.
Okay, that's a jetpack. It's a freezing gun. Okay. Let's move on. Let's hope we get something.
The glove
soon.
controls the power source, which allows you to travel to whichever dimension has rifts in the area.
This is a pretty long tutorial.
You won't have control over the ability to switch dimensions yet. Just be patient. This door is using one of my inventions, the repetitive, periodic, articulating gruide.
Oh god.
Or a drinking bird, except it's far more advanced.
Of course it is.
Well, because your glove is an early prototype, it has a few limitations in terms of dimension accessibility and the distance it can be from a receptacle in order to function.
Okay. So are we gonna do something?
This is such an early experiment with dimensional shifting, so I decided to have it triggered remotely with the drinking bird. Instead of operating a door, the bird will trigger a dimensional shift.
Of course, why do something easy?
There's an IDS battery in the machine that will power the dimensions, which in this case is Fluffy Dimension. In addition to Fluffy being
also fluffy.
adorable, it's also rather useful because everything is 10 times lighter than normal.
Okay, so that was his first puzzle, not that difficult.
Though that looks like a regular scale, it is in fact a portable kinetic mass to electricity converter.
So, big button is what you're saying. Okay.
There's that lovely bird again. Sometimes I call him Desmond.
Oh, okay. You're not lonely at all.
Something to note. Since you're holding a version of the IDS device, you, in fact, are not the you in an alternate dimension. Let me try that again. You remain constant. So no matter the dimension, your mass, shape, speed, and trying personality remain the same.
Okay, so that I don't get very fluffy. That's not fun. What if I want to be fluffy? Can I pick this up? Perfect. It's a bit frustrating at the beginning. There we go. All the way up.
You should throw that IDS battery into the receptacle mounted on the wall.
There, okay.
That receptacle will distribute the power source around the room, allowing you to now use your IDS device to switch dimensions at your leisure.
Okay. That's interesting. Now we finally did a puzzle! The first one, yay! There's a tutorial for 15 minutes.
As I mentioned, dimensional rifts in the manor are magnified by the stabilizing energy from the IDS receptacle and batteries. This is what enables you to slip between dimensions when you're wearing the IDS glove. Ah, that's Dolly. Dynamic Object Linear Ligation Interface. To you, a cloning device. I like my house just so. So I decided to add functionality to her to keep everything consistent. I'll need to tune that later.
Okay, so we got a battery. I wonder, are these couches heavy enough to do this? Yes, they are. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you. Oh, great. Lasers. It's always fun. Oh, there's another Dolly. Okay.
These are my own particular hybrid beams of carbon dioxide and neodymium dope yttrium aluminum garnet lasers using an alternating ray configuration. Gives them an extra kick.
Did you see that? There's a thingy there. What was that? Like, I could swear there was a little thing here. A little panda type. Little... like a little raccoon type thing right behind. Maybe it shows up again if I... Okay, I don't know. Keep my eye out for that though.
Unfortunately, the breaking of this glass is a necessary evil. Don't take that as permission to do it elsewhere.
No, of course not. Okay, so I have to go down. I kind of wanted to go to the other side. See what goes over there. I can't. Okay, that was a bit of a mistake on my part. Or maybe it's not necessary. Oh, damn it. Wait, so I get to the same room again? And what's the point of this?
Ah, just letting you know that you reset the glass. Thank you.
Okay, so I have to go to the fluffy dimension so the glass doesn't break. Okay, that's bullshit. Like, it could just hold it. Okay, let's go. Let's go up. Let's go over again. If you notice, I'm not really particularly great at at puzzle games, or computer games in general, I guess. What's that? There it is! There's the thingy.
Oh, that creature there is an interdimensional kinetic entity, or Ike.
Okay. Hello, Ike. Oh, bye, Ike. That doesn't seem safe. Okay. Oh, great. There we go. And now we continue on.
Stop for a minute and take a look at the painting.
This painting? This one?
The machine I referred to as Dolly started out as a simple metal forge that had been in the family since medieval times. The original quadrangle suit of armor was actually constructed in this very forge.
Okay.
My great-grandfather modified the old forge so that if it had enough raw resources, it could craft steel objects autonomously. This
Okay.
predecessor to Dolly supplied all the materials needed to build the Underground Railroad. This machine single-handedly won the Civil War.
I'll take your word for it.
Not really. I made my own modifications to my great-grandfather's designs. The current Dolly specifications do not require any raw materials. For example, Dolly converts energy from the radioactive science juice directly into matter.
So it's a replicator.
I never did sort out why she makes so many copies of things. Oh well, you can never have too many safes, or chairs, or coffee tables.
You can always sell them, I guess. What's interesting, there's a little bit of lore in the bag as well. But Ike.
In case you're wondering, you turned on the fan. Please say that you don't need me to explain that to you.
Okay, that's not too difficult. Ike is a funny little creature, isn't he? Oh shit.
Ah, that's where that got to. That is a botched experiment of mine called the awkward noise generator. There's got to be more around here somewhere.
Okay, so you can grab those. Interesting. I think I need one more to break that glass in there. Or maybe don't. Maybe just breaking stuff for the fun of it. Pretty sure I need... Okay, that was a bit too... Oh, light went. It's gone now. We'll just have to go that way.
Standard issue conveyor belts. Sometimes laziness should be indulged.
Wait, where's the key? Oh, there, I have to go. I have to do this. Okay. There we go. Not too difficult. At least not yet, I think. Because you have 4 keys, so probably 4 dimensions to control in the end. So I think the puzzle's gonna get a lot harder.
So I haven't discussed my location a whole lot, but it seems as if I'm in some sort of limbo. I think I may explore a bit and see what turns up.
Yeah, of course. That's the first thing you do if you get sucked into dimensions. Between dimensions. Explore a bit. Fluffy journey of discovery, okay.
Well, now you're just crying out for attention.
I'm not. Okay, so it only gives me 1. Oh. Great. No, come here. Get me. On the button you go, and then up to the next thing. I was a big fan. How many dollies does this guy have? This goes... Okay, to dolly. Oh no. Do I have to jump over it? I do, don't I? I only get 1? This is a bit stingy, don't you think? Okay, that's a good height, I guess, but I don't even know if I can make that jump. Okay, apparently you can. You can jump pretty far, apparently. Where does this cable go to? Okay, there's something in here. And it goes up there. Okay, so I have no idea what that cable really activates. Okay, so it activates a dolly. It'll give me 3 saves. Does it make a staircase? Hey, what did that do? Oh, it shut off the... Oh, it turned that fan on, okay.
This room often gets rather sweltering in the summertime. Air circulation is very important.
seems to be something up there, so let's go there. Hopefully I don't need that safe. Guess I don't. Like he tells that Dolly is like this one forge, but like there are 4 in this room. Oh, okay, that's a deep gap. Oh, okay.
The physicality of that still completely baffles me.
There we go. Oh, careful, careful. What's that?
Ah, yes. With these specifications, you should be able to recreate several objects in the research and development lab adjacent to my office.
Oh, okay, so I found a blueprint. Okay, that was a level. So let's continue on.
This is one of the animals that Dolly cloned to rather, well, intriguing results. Thus was produced the world's first and only fully elastic dog.
Okay.
I named her Angstrom. You know, come to think of it, it reminds me of this toy from the 80s. Stretch something.
Beautiful name. Let's continue on. Let's see what we have more in here. This is a very big house.
Ah, you've moved on to a part of the manor where another type of dimensional rift is accessible.
Oh, okay.
This
Yay.
is the Gravid-Wolfram dimension, or Heavy for short. This dimension is in direct opposition to the Fluffy dimension and will make things 10 times heavier.
Oh god. Oh, I never noticed that. The painting also changed. Oh. And they're boxes, okay. So apparently, I guess I have to activate all of these or some of them? Oh god.
Now just imagine how long it took me to lay all that out.
I died. How do you die? Growing old enough to realize that you're not... Okay, thank you.
Moved on to a part of the manor where another type of dimensional rift is accessible. This is the Gravid-Wolfram dimension, or Heavy for short. This dimension is in direct opposition to the Fluffy dimension and will make things 10 times heavier.
Oh, hey, there's Ike. See? The painting also changed. It's interesting. There's Ike. Ike is here. Everything is really 10 times better. Okay, so I need to find correct things, I guess. So let's first try these 3. There are laser beams there. Okay, so 2 are correct, but 1 isn't. I'd say this could be it. Like, if I would make a puzzle, that would probably be the answer. Nope. More correct. This one. Timing could be a bit shorter, like to switch between dimensions a little bit faster. Oh, that's it. how am I now supposed to get up there? I think I would probably take one of these boxes and jump on that, right? Oh. I'm not fast enough. I don't think you could stand on these boxes. You can't. You can't stand on these boxes.
Now just imagine how long it took me to lay all that out. Be careful.
So how am I supposed to get there?
I'd help you, but I've honestly forgotten which dolly is hooked up to which power converter.
How do I jump up here? Oh. There we go. Hey,
He's a bit on the shy side. Give him some time to get used to you.
okay, so that took longer than it should have. Okay.
Some dimensions are tightly bound together, like the one we're in right now, and also the fluffy and heavy dimensions.
Okay. Await the decision. Okay.
That red battery will provide enough energy to enable the IDS device to widen the heavy dimension rifts in this area.
Oh, okay. So cute.
It appears this dolly got stuck on an infinite loop. How unfortunate.
That Ike? That's Ike. That was Ike. Okay, down we go. I find it really interesting to learn to tell you how to play the game.
There seems to be a large expanse of piles and pits filled with various random objects. No, not where you are. Here, in this confounded place. Are those hard candies? They're a little fuzzy. Pleasant. Nice job. No, not really. With the increased density and higher melting points of items in heavy dimension, quadrangle laser beams are rendered rather ineffectual.
Oh God! That painting. Go from an explore to one of the something. Oh God. That's just caught me on the whole way. Oh God, this is really
Like
kind of
most things
difficult.
in life, timing is key.
Come on. Okay, there we go. Let's do it. Up we go. Up we go. Up we go. Hey, Ike.
I came across Ike some time ago, and he decided to follow me back to the manor.
Was not a collectible.
I believe Ike stole these and hid them at one point. He's rather fond of shiny objects.
Okay, where am I supposed to go now? Oh, here, okay. Oh god.
Not half bad.
Oh, thank you. So, like, the game held up pretty well. Like, it's still pretty nice quality. It has cats.
This was once the family cat, Lord Widget Pompadour Fluffington IV, or Widget the First. He somehow wound up in one of the Dolly cloning control units. I specifically constructed his monocle to fit him. Who knew it would be so impossible to find a cat-sized monocle? Preposterous. Sadly, Widget the First has since passed on, but his memory is alive, somewhat. So I want to clarify that Dolly is great for cloning inanimate objects, but she's not entirely capable with organic ones. This is Widget's first-generation clone. We named this one Colonel Fluffy McScratchers, or Widget the Second. Widget the Second is still mostly together and functional as a cat, but just a little wall-eyed.
Okay.
I just had to pass Widget the Second through Dolly again. I just couldn't resist.
Okay,
Definitely learned my lesson with this one. Technically, his name is Widget the Third, though he often responds to derp. I often find him walking around in circles while staring at his feet. Very friendly, but possesses the intelligence of a sack of rocks.
I wonder if they called Dolly because of the cloned sheep Dolly.
Note that if you disrupt the blue beam, it should deactivate something.
Okay, so then we can grab you. Jesus. Okay, I think the Dolly's a bit...
Apparently this unit needs a little bit of work.
This is gonna... Oh, seriously? So I don't have the fluffy dimension, so I have to use the heavy dimension. So I have to use these cardboard boxes. And have to pile them up like this until they break one of the lines. Almost, okay. I don't think he likes me very much, like all these laser beams and everything. Dang it. There we go. This will be the last one. Dang it, seriously? How many boxes do I have left? Okay, plenty. Go through here, and here. Oh boy. If I cannot move through dimensions, why does it just give it to me? Oh, okay, here we go. Wait. I'm an idiot. Thank you, Ike. Grab a cardboard box.
I'm not entirely sure how many BEDs of radiation that emits. Hope you're not looking to have children later.
Oh god, seriously?
So, don't tell Ike, but that painting really unnerves me. He looks like a horrible mutant koala situation. I keep wanting to take it down, but he won't let me.
What's so bad about this painting? The painting is alright, right? Like, it's not really that bad.
This place is truly fascinating. That, combined with the fact that I have no clue how I was transported here, is certainly puzzling. It's mostly dark. Well, maybe not dark. Sort of twilight.
We're in the Twilight Zone. God, the buttons. So can I pick up this thing? Desmond. With Dolly. Do you give me multiple boxes or just one? You just give me one box, okay. Okay, wasn't too difficult. I guess we have to make another staircase. Ah, I was already thinking, like, I can do this with 3, why do I need a 4th one? But I need a 4th one to open that pressure plate. Okay, thank you. Seriously? The itchy stubble of trying but failing to grow a beard. Okay. You've all become like metal. Okay, so it didn't really work what I wanted to do. I want that collectible. Damn it, wrong button. Willingly accepting an unpaid internship. Oh, I already accepted that, already done that once. Though it wasn't really, like, that bad. I mean, it was for an internship for school, so it wasn't really that. Although, you know, in other fields, people always get paid in their internships. We don't. We didn't get paid in our internships. Damn it.
It looks so cozy over there.
Okay, so now I just have to move on. Okay. Here we go.
I find the number 3 to be a very satisfying number. It's a Heatner number, and the proper amount of scoops on an ice cream cone.
Good to know. So I need to properly dang it. Gotta do this more carefully, I guess, more methodically. Dang it. Shouldn't be that difficult, right? Like it just. Or if I keep just not hitting the wrong buttons, then probably everything will be a lot easier. Okay, there we go. go.
Well, I could have done it better myself. Not bad, though.
Oh, you probably could have done it better at your freaking house. Okay, so another level down. Moving upwards.
You may remember some of my past inventions from previous trips. This is my ice gun, Freezy Ray Vaughn.
Okay, interesting. Do we get to use our ice ray gun or not? What are you doing with that?
Oh, I really wish I wouldn't do that.
It looks like a dolly, but it isn't.
This is a compression platform which uses photoelectric energy to function. Like a spring, the energy pulses below the platform excite the molecules in the air, stimulating an elastic structural rigidity.
Okay, so we do. How do you do this? It helps if it stays on here, of course. Is there anything else in here I can use for this? But you can't stand in these boxes. So you get pushed up. But I want the thing.
Careful.
Thought maybe there is something. Wait, does that door also open? Come on, give me the box. No. Or the box moves, or you move. Like it's not. Wait, I hear something in the background. Do I still have a stream open somewhere? No, I think I must just be going fucking crazy. know how to get that one. Like, I can't jump on this box. It doesn't take me anywhere. Oh. Hold up. Hold up.
Have I mentioned that this is my house? And that I don't know, live here?
But I can stand on these safes. Oh. Oh, dang it. Wrong.
I was wondering where Ike put that.
Oh. So fluffy. There we go. There we go. I don't need that. I just busted through the window. Okay, so I put this one on here, and we can pick up this one. Are you kidding me? Okay, so okay, and if I mess up, I fall into the freaking void. Oh, you can jump. So there must be something up there, right? Let's just check it out. Just. You can jump while you're in the air. It's handy. Okay, so there's nothing up here. Interesting.
Now I see a giant pit filled with keys.
Well, hope you find. Okay, this one is interesting up there.
Just remember, you need enough change in the mass to build up enough mechanical energy. Think of this highly complex piece of technology as a trampoline. A double bounce could help.
There we go. What? Okay, here we go.
It's time to spring into action.
Oh God.
I roughed myself up.
What is... Where do I hit my head? I don't get this. I don't think I like this level very much. What the hell? I think there's something wrong with this area. Maybe they didn't correctly set the ceiling height or something. Oh, now I didn't even... Now I didn't even got on it, like seriously? Okay, load you up. Up the platform. On the thing. What the hell? Wait. Okay, load you up. Okay, that was my mistake. What if I use the other one? What if I not go to the extra heavy dimension? What if I go into the normal dimension with it? So I place it, go into the normal dimension, so I press E. Oh, damn it. No. No, you have to go from the heavy dimension to fluffy dimension, otherwise this doesn't work. Which is really frustrating. Dang it. Wrong button again. Okay, now I also want that thing. So...
Satisfying, isn't it?
Nope. Dang it. Dang it. I think you can only get on the other way. Which sometimes doesn't work because you hit your head on a magical ceiling. See, there's some... So it isn't even... Oh, I can't get to the other side, or I can't get that thingy, like I'm good enough to get the thingy. No, it's just literally I can't get to the other side. Because I hit my head on something and I get pushed down. So I don't know. I should stay back on the back of the thing.
Aren't you supposed to whistle while you work?
Yes,
and
I made it.
grin
Okay.
and whatnot?
Okay, load myself up to this one. Okay, got the things. Finally, this is. I hate this. I hated this level. It wasn't a fun level. That wasn't a good one. Oh, now we get some lore about the jetpack.
This is one of my past inventions, Joan the Jetpack. Worked just fine, except I had some serious trouble with the hover-up feature.
Isn't that what it-
Somewhat flammable. Some might say incendiary.
But isn't that what a jetpack's supposed to do?
You probably never saw this invention. It was my hole digger. We called it Every Day I'm Shoveling. And by we, I mean Ike. It was a little too efficient. This was the first and last time I saw it.
Oh, okay.
One can never be too safe. Pun, pun, pun.
How am I supposed to...
I was quite the champion at shot put during my years in college on the track and field team.
Okay.
The electromagnetic microreactors, or electrobats if you're so inclined, will all require a conductive polycell.
Jeez, what is this all about? Bunny costume. Okay. Also a dolly down here. What do you give me? Okay, so what am I supposed to do here? Put those things into... Oh, they're open, like they're glass, then I have to jump up there. Okay, I get it. And I guess this would be your example, your tutorial.
I also happen to be on the basketball team as well. Nice shot!
Ah, I see. Okay, so you. Almost. Oh, Ike is there. Huh. Let me put you on here. What? No. There we go. Dang it! Seriously, it has all these little functions and stuff, like it's insane.
Hooped it.
Bye-bye, Ike. So do I get another one from you, or does it think it back up? Oh, okay. Okay, so it seems I have to like some weird jumps. Where did I even... Something like this?
Well played.
So now I want to get that thingy. Q.
So I see you found another blueprint set. Well, check back in the research and development lab when you have a spare moment. I believe you're close to the generator in that sector. A little further.
Okay, here we go. Little further.
My head feels like I've been hit squarely by a 2x4, and I still haven't regained my memory. That's splendid. So, you need to be over by that blast door, but it looks like you're going to have to go through the object distribution system to get there.
Are you kidding me? Why are the
Jump!
lasers down here?
This is definitely not the right place for you to be. Easy now.
Seriously? Waiting for the cable guy. Okay.
Easy now.
Oh boy. This is a little stressful one. Yes. I want to go up first. Jesus. Okay then, that's a very well, I never had to write a college entrance essay exam thingy. So let's go down this time and see what that's all about. Oh, here you just get accepted if you have the right credentials. Okay, there's only one laser down here. Okay, another one. Okay, we made it. Let's go down here. Holy, okay, holy. Like, help me. Holy. Jesus, what the hell? How the hell are you supposed to do this? Seriously? And then the jumps are really finicky as well, like it's... Okay, thank God it's saved after that. Like, you just jump over it. No. Dodge, I already know how to ride a bike. Didn't see the glass there. Like this. There's again an invisible ceiling. I don't know. It didn't work.
Nicely done.
Okay, not moving is apparently the key.
The generator room for this sector is ahead.
I wonder what we have to do for the generator.
Hey, look at it this way. The worst that can happen is that you fail miserably. Fantastic. You made it. If you can get to the generator, I'll tell you what to do.
I have to...
For your general health and safety, I would recommend disabling those. The switches.
The switches are over there.
For your general health and safety, I would recommend disabling those. The switches for the laser beams should be up there, somewhere.
Then the other one hits me. Great. Welcome to our robot overlords. Okay, just a couple.
For your general health and safety, I would recommend disabling those. The switches for the laser beams should be up there, somewhere.
You got to be kidding.
Ah, that's much quieter. It was so safe where that was, though.
Okay, what am I supposed to do with 3 safes?
You'll have to bridge the gap somehow since the scaffolding collapsed.
But I mean, how do I do that? Like... How do I bridge the gap without... Because if I go... I'll just plummet. So if anybody has any suggestions... Okay, so the wind blows this way. Dang it. Finding out what is beyond the next door, because it's really cool and you want to get to know. Okay, great. Oh, I picked it up already. So I have these chairs as well.
You'll have to bridge the gap somehow since the scaffolding collapsed.
Or is it literally just making a bridge? Well, it can be, because I also don't understand how this door works. Yeah, this is not aerodynamically stable, right? So this is just... Okay, I jumped, but whatever. Thing number 23, another experience. Accomplishing your dreams, unless your dream was dying alone in a mansion, which in the case, good job. Okay.
You'll have to bridge the gap somehow since the scaffolding collapsed.
Okay, there we go. Seriously, that's it? Okay.
Okay, it looks as if the motor has stopped. You'll need to get that arm rotating fast enough to reactivate the generator.
I think I know what they want to do here. They want me to go heavy and not heavy. So Q, E.
That reminds me of the time when the DC voltage was offset by the CW multiplier.
Dang it, this is also not very easy. So it stops. Why does it stop? You don't give me more, do you? No. Just give me this one. Thought, well, okay, so I let it go heavy, and at the highest point I got light. So, okay, let's go ahead. Right. Okay, thank you, game. Thank you. Okay, realizing that canned whipped cream is indeed a mule. Okay. Maybe you have to go the other way around. You have to go light, heavy, heavier. So... And the first time I did this, it went really, really well. So I don't know what's going on. Also, a little higher that time. So we go. So when it's on top velocity, I need to. It wasn't it. Wow, so it continues well.
One down, 2 to go.
God, okay, that is not as easy as you might think. Wow. Okay, why am I back here?
That wasn't so bad, was it? Why don't you take a look at those blueprints?
Oh God.
Good job. You are extremely good at being redundant. Oh. Hey, you found something. Try not to break too much.
Great, missed it. So it seems we get access to the other two dimensions relatively quickly because they are lit up. go up here. Do I have to get up there, right? Do I have to go there? I don't know. So, okay, so I have a lot of boxes. Let's just load them all up and see what happens. I believe they will just cancel each other out, basically. So there's something up there. So I got 3 safes. And 6 boxes. What am I doing with that? There's saves up there. There's a room up there. There's a room up here, and there's a room up here. One of the things I can do is take a peek, I guess. So then where did that safe go? I'm getting up here not too difficult, but getting up there. These move way fast. I don't know. But I guess let's keep it for another time. I really don't know. Well, I've been streaming for about almost 2 hours. I know it's for like normal streaming, not really long, but I don't stream it often. So, thank you everybody for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.